tonight to the first fundraiser for Alderman at Large, Sherman. And I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. And I know all of you have done a lot over the years and done some things with regards to Aurora, and that's why I wanted to reach out to all of you. But before I get into introducing the man who has helped me to get into this position, you always got to thank the sponsors. And so I'm always one of those that believe in thanking the sponsors, and they videotape this so they'll know they got their sponsor, Clientele Solutions, silver sponsor, Urban for Aurora, and Fox Valley Developers, bronze, Tower and Associates, I know he's here, his wife is here, Midwest Management, Comar Properties Inc., Kluber Architects, Midwest Hospitality Group, and our event sponsors, Extend Your Styles Boutique, ComEd, and Carl and Mary Wagner. Let's give them all a round. Well, so you're going to give yourself an applause because you're here, you gave money, you're here smiling, you're eating, and we like that. So again, give yourself a round of applause. Now I want to introduce our mayor of Aurora, our mayor who has come in and has hit the ground running and has made things happen, who appointed me, gave me a call and said, hey, I can't think of anybody better to serve out the rest of my term but you. I'm not going to say what I told him at that time, asked me that, but he was persistent, and so I'm here today. So our mayor of the city of Aurora, Richard C. Irvin.
I've had a number of fundraisers here in this very same room, and I'm telling you, I've never packed the room like Sherman. And I think that's because of Sherman's sincerity. Many of us have known Sherman for more than 20 years, working with the city of Aurora as its chief economic development officer for 20 years. So when I became mayor, and I said there's no better person to take my position to help move this city along with economic development and just big ideas, I was sincere. There's no better person than Sherman. And I'll tell you what Sherman said when I asked him, because he had no idea. Sherman was very active in my campaign. One of my soldiers, one of my generals. And I never ever, I had in the back of my mind, if I win, Sherman's taking my spot. But I never told him that. So when I called him on the phone, he was every morning, I don't know if a lot of you guys may know, Sherman gets up and talks on the phone. He calls everybody, but he's also walking on a treadmill at the same time. So he's always out of breath when you talk to him in the morning. So I ask him this question, and the phone goes silent, and I hear the treadmill in the back, and I'm thinking he failed. But clearly this long silence was Sherman trying to tell me there is absolutely no way I'm going to be Alderman Lunch. I'm retired. I'm writing books. I'm busy. I don't have time for this. And he was like, let me check with my wife. Let me check with my people. I don't know that I can do this. He actually said he wasn't sure. But I said, Sherman, you are the exact kind of person that we need to help lead us to our future. You're a person that is not a politician, but a person that actually cares about the future of the city. And we know he cares because he puts so much time, energy, and effort in all of his years here at the city. And I wanted to make sure we continue that. I couldn't accept that Sherman was just going to be retired and all that talent, all that knowledge, all that background, all that foundation that he's built with everybody in this room. I couldn't accept that was just going to go away. So I twisted that man's arm until he finally said yes. And the city council agreeing to appoint him, and we have a city council member here, that one of the guys that did it, Carl Franco right there. Let's give Carl a round of applause. When the city council decided that they were going to agree with me and they were going to appoint him as the next Alderman at Large to take my position, that was one of the best things that happened in the city of Aurora. So I appreciate everybody coming here to support Sherman, to support Aurora's future, to support where we're going. Where we've been, where we are now, and where we're going in the future. Supporting him is supporting Aurora. One Aurora, Sherman stands for. We need to make sure he gets reelected and he stays in office. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was on that treadmill. Alderman? You be Alderman at Large. Is that supposed to be better? But, it was my whole love for the city came up to the top with regards to thinking about this. And it was one of the things that I felt that I needed to do. But before I get into that, he mentioned Carl Franco, Alderman of the 5th Ward, where I live, one of the best wards in the city of Aurora, right?
The best ward.
I gave you that opening. All right? Gave you that opening. And also with us tonight is the Page County Board member, Jim Healy. I know he's in the house.
Jim Healy, for Jim. Also the lawyer for our Investor Roar Board.
Yes, what the mayor said. Jim and I go way back when we started Seeds the Future and became Investor Roar. But I want to again thank all of you for coming out tonight because it is important. I love Aurora. I've loved Aurora since I came here in the early 80s. And I want to also recognize someone who really got me involved in economic development. See, I was a PR guy when I came to Aurora. I worked for a national PR firm for McDonald's Corporation. And I was head of communications for the Boys and Girls Clubs in Chicago and the Chicago Youth Centers. When I came to Aurora in the early 80s, there was a gentleman that reached out to me initially when I interviewed for the position as assistant director, and that person ended up leaving, but a guy reached out to me and he said, you know, I really like what I heard from you during your interview, and I really want you to be involved in Aurora. And his name was Norman Tatina. Norman here is here tonight with us. This man got me involved. He continues to show me through his example what he does in terms of being involved. The former owner of Carpetville, which was in downtown Aurora, he continues to be involved. He's only so many years young, and he continues to be involved. And he's a person that really got me involved in economic development. But with economic development, our main thing is I come into this position and want to be able to, why I want to do this. People ask me, why? You know, you're writing books. You got 2 other books I'm going to write. Yes, Mayor, I'm going to write those 2 books. Yes, I'm going to write those 2 other books. It's not going to stop me. But my main thing was we are on the cusp of greatness. And I hate to use that word because there's a certain person in Washington that likes to use that word and he makes it sounds like it's something that's totally nasty and evil. But it's not. It is something here that we all have. We want a quality of life that we all can believe in. And that's that's my theme, a quality of life that we all can believe in. And what we are doing here, we are making things happen. We have, we're the 2nd largest city. We have a diverse population. We have a diverse community. We are becoming the city that a lot of people are looking at and have admiration. And I know for some of us who've been here a long time, we never thought we would get to that point. That Aurora, admiring Aurora, yes. Low crime, great schools, great transportation. We have things that we've done here that people never thought we would ever get to this point. And so my major pillar of what I'm running on is economic development. I believe that we have to increase the amount of revenue that we have and need in the city. We need to bring more businesses here. We're using the technology, the fiber optic network that's here. It is bringing more and more talent to our community. We're seeing things happen throughout the city. And so my whole thing as Alderman at large, covering the entire city, is one that we have to make sure that we continue that. We have to also make sure that we have a check on taxes. I live on the far west side, and I'm like everybody else. I pay my taxes. My wife talks to me with regards to the taxes, and we've got to keep a check on that. But how do we keep that? We've got to bring in more revenue into the city. We have to also get the taxing bodies to sit down among themselves and to talk about ways that they can work without having to raise the taxes. We want to continue to do that, and as I've been walking the city getting these signatures, and man, getting 1,200 signatures, Lord. Oh, we got them. So to hear the people talk about the things that are important to them, are the things that make me glow, to make me know that I got to be able to work towards and make sure things happen. And the other thing I want to make sure is that we have to, which is always dear and near to my heart with regards to bringing business into the city, we have to continue to improve our business development area. We've got to get business in faster and out the door faster to make money quicker. Agreed on that. That's something that our staff, we continue to work with them. I know most of all of them, and I continue to work to make sure that we make that happen. And so anytime that we can be able to get somebody in, get them up and going, and get them making money, there's more money in our pockets. And those are the key aspects that I want to make sure that we do. The other thing I want to make sure is that we have to support more programs that deal with at-risk youth. We've had a low crime rate in this town. We've enjoyed some good things happening in our city, but we have to make sure that young people continue to have the opportunities. And we have to stay and work with them so they don't think that they don't have options. And so we have to make sure that we stay vigilant to make sure that that crime rate never gets back to where we were in the mid-90s. And I know many of you in this room remember that. And with everyone in this room, we can make sure that we can be able to do that. The other thing I want to make sure that we talk about and that we work regards is workforce development. Now, you know, a lot of people say, hey, that's a cliche, but workforce development, we got a lot of people who have a lot of time and talent, but they also want to know where the opportunities are and where we have to be vigilant in working. I want to work with organizations to help them to do more to help young people, to help those who need to be retrained. I want to be part of that. I will continue to be part of that. And I also want to make sure that one of the things that we do is that, and I like to be a visionary, as the mayor mentioned. And my thing has been is we're off of 5 interchanges here in the city of Aurora. 5 interchanges. We need to have corporate campus Aurora programs to bring corporate headquarters and more manufacturers and technology companies here to the city of Aurora. And I think we can be able to do that and utilize the land that we have, especially. It took us 13 years to do the Yola Road interchange. 13 years. Now we got 100 acres there. It's time to build that out. We've got the Farnsworth interchange. Everybody likes the Chicago Premium Outlet Mall, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I know you can do better than that, because I know like Mr. Kennedy has spent a lot of money out there, and Mr. Jones and so forth. You know, they spend a lot. That area continues to grow. We're going to see more there. And at the Orchard Road, that's our new frontier where we're going to have development. So I want to be a part of that. I want to continue to see this growth happen. And I know working with all of you, we can make that happen. So again, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. For what I want you to make sure is, I know there's some people who are thinking, oh, you're on the ballot for next week. No, not. All right? It won't be until April 2nd of next year. But we are beginning now to get the message out, to let people know. And what we are working on is that right now, we don't know. It looks like I may have 2 opponents. We won't know until we turn the petitions in and see who's at the door when I'm there. But right now, we don't worry about that. We're going out here, getting the petitions. We've got to raise the money, and we've got to get out and show people that we're here to work for them. And that's what I'm all about. A quality of life that we all can believe in. Thank you all very much. Come on in, enjoy the food, drink, come on in, get some more.